Welcome to Star Wars community. I would like to discuss my theory on Supreme Leader Snoke. My theory is that Snoke actually killed Luke's wife. I know that sounds a little far-fetched, but bear with me while I explain my reasoning behind the theory and why it isn't so crazy. First, I need to start by saying this theory relies on Rey being Luke's daughter. We know from what now is legends that Luke Skywalker had a wife called Mara Jade. While this comes from the old extended universe, which is no longer considered canon, we do know that the Force Awakens story certainly borrows ideas from the old extended universe, as well as mirroring elements from the original trilogy. I believe Luke's wife would have been a Jedi, as she was in the Legends storyline. My theory is set around the time when Ben has now left Luke's academy to go off with Snoke. We know from Leia's words to Han that she sent him away with Snoke, and that is when they lost him. I theorize that at some point after Ben has gone to join Snoke, Luke would have a Force premonition of possibly his own fate at the hands of Snoke. This would have led Luke to make the decision to seek out Snoke and Ben, while having his wife drop Rey off far away on Jakku until he is able to kill Snoke and save Ben. We know from the Force Awakens novel that the words, "I'll come back, sweetheart, I promise." Now these words are obviously from a woman, who in this case would actually be Rey's mother. Now this is where I believe things took a turn for the worse for Luke and his wife. Snoke is referred to as wise by Kylo Ren, and as such I do believe him to be Darth Plagueis, and anyone who is familiar with the novel knows that both his intelligence and his manipulation are second to none. He would have used this time while Luke and his wife are away from Luke's Jedi Academy to travel with the Knights of Ren and their master Kylo Ren to the planet to task Kylo with the mission of killing all of the younglings. Sounds very familiar, doesn't it? Well, that's because Anakin was required to complete this exact same task for his master Darth Sidious in order to fully turn to the dark side of the Force. Now we know Kylo idolizes Darth Vader and would do anything to live up to his image. The importance of killing the younglings and weakening Luke's Jedi Order were essential to Snoke, and as such he would have travelled with the Knights of Ren to see it to completion. It was at this time that Luke's wife returned to see the devastation, and Snoke himself, knowing the importance of killing Luke's wife, would have been the one to strike her down. Luke, now having felt a great disturbance in the Force, would have returned to see only death and despair. Having lost everything except his daughter, who he desperately wants to keep distance from himself due to the danger of being close to him while Snoke is still alive, it would be at this point that Luke would have to burn the bodies of all the younglings and of course take his wife's body with him to where we now find him in exile in The Force Awakens. And of course the grave he stands before is none other than his own wife's. Thank you for listening to my theory about Snoke killing Luke's wife. I know it's a little bit far-fetched, and it doesn't answer all the questions we have, but please let me know in the comments below what you thought of my theory or any you have of your own. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. New Star Wars content Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays here at Star Wars Community.